Fella.
My man.
It's over and done with. A little Stanley Cup final recap presented by your good friends and our good friends at G FORE Golf. A couple kicks up there.
If you haven't touched this stuff, look at this tarp.
These are good fucking kicks here.
By the way, I'm wearing the pants and the shirt today.
I forgot to wear one.
They decked us out for the playoffs. We got a chance to wear some of their stuff on our TNT broadcast, so thank you.
Pray for birdies.
Yeah, I know. Massimo, you're the man.
Yeah.
Tierney, thanks for hooking us up.
Was that his kid we got to meet yesterday? Good kid.
He was at Big Canyon. He's hanging out. Good looking lad.
Good hair.
I mean, when you're in that business, you gotta have a good beard and a good hair.
To sell golf equipment?
Just to be in the designer world, in the space, you know?
I feel like they were like I think like Travis Matthews tried to be cool at golf, and then G FORE came in and kind of made it more like stylish to the next level, right? Like Travis Matthews more just straight up surfer style.
Yeah.
And this is more like sleek.
Yeah.
Golf sleekness.
I think when you go in a nice pro shop around the world, in the globe.
And you've been in a few.
So have you.
I have.
What stands out the most is this logo and the skull.
And the sizes. What sizes they have.
Size, they got a nice
like
clean
for you,
cut.
you can go in there and just pick it off the rack. When you're a bigger boy, you got to go in there and be like, what do you got for size 13? What do you got double XL?
The double X hits you though, right?
Yeah, I can fit in the double XL now. Thanks.
You look good yesterday on the golf
friends Ozempic. Yeah, I can fit in them now.
Well, see it, Lifeforce.
Listen, if you want some motivation up there and you want to fucking fit into some slick G FORE golf stuff, grab the short fork and get in there.
Grab the short fork.
Look good.
Yeah, hit the salad. Throw an extra tomato in there or two.
Yeah, no, their stuff's sick. I mean, honestly, for big boys, it does fit too.
Yeah,
it does fit nice. The double
and
XL
the shoes,
nice.
But by the way, you have golf shoe, which I'm wearing. This is like a slash runner. TD loves these shoes. These are great.
He does.
These are the, respect my ball flight. These are a nice shoe right there. And then those, I actually am a big fan of those golf. And that's what I golfed in yesterday.
You did. Those are nice baby blue ones.
G FORE Plus.
You know what? They make good golf gloves too. If you're out there and if you're the type of guy that you want to match your golf glove to your golf outfit, G FORE is your company.
Totally.
Shout out to Tom Doherty. The guy always matches his golf glove. Although yesterday he didn't. He had a purple one on with Team Canada colors, but we'll let him slide in that. But they have every color of golf glove. Sick leather. So if you're up there trying to like get an advantage on style, I think G FORE golf.
Let's see if we can get a promo code for the crew out there. We'll throw a lively promo code out there. I'll have to ask him for that. They were kind enough to give us some swag.
But yeah, Updogg's flying out free promo codes, boys. He's just on a mission here.
We won't announce it until we actually figure out if we can get one.
Yeah. So, stay tuned on the promo code. So
thanks, G FORE. Thank you. A little recap. I thought we'd come into the studio and we're looking fresh. You got your radio show today. I got fuck all to do.
Yeah, you're horned up to get in here. I like it.
I'm going to Bonnaroo tomorrow, so I'm like, let's go.
Yeah.
We put Binger and Matt. Binger, we got to get him to work,
Binger,
what else is Binger doing if he's not back there fucking with the
he wasn't happy to set up the studio. I'm not going to lie. I came in, he was chapped. He looked a little chapped.
I know.
He said, what else am I going to do with a sarcastic kind of, what else am I going to do?
Yeah, you don't
like,
think
not like, what else am I going to do? Because really he doesn't have fuck all to do. Like, he's just like, what else am I going to do?
Yeah.
And he kind of looked at me like that. I went, whoa.
I know.
Wait till the Updogg gets here. Buddy.
He was going to be probably watching that Idol sitting in the back there with the lights off.
Fuck, I can't even watch episode 2.
I know, it's crazy.
She's so smoking. It's insane. So give me your thoughts on, listen, when you look at it from a betting perspective, DraftKings, baby, I had, we recorded on Tuesday and I said to you, both of us said that it's over. And when I found out that Matty Tkachuk wasn't playing, first of all, when I saw Matty come off the bus, he could hardly walk off the fucking bus. Yeah. So I was texting with Matty last night. He was at the elbow room having a couple cold ones.
As he should.
I just said to him, fella, hold your head up high. It was an unbelievable run what you guys did. You made hockey fun, the way you handled yourself, the way you played. And he just simply said, we'll be back. And I believe it. Montour said the same thing. We'll be back. Yeah. And but what'd you think about the Game 5 experience? I mean, the fans were fucked. That place was buzzing.
Well, one thing that stands out is no matter what sport, there's always a winner and there's always a loser. And unfortunately, up until that point where the Stanley Cup's given out, these two teams were championship teams, right? They both played out of their minds. They both had amazing stories. Florida's a little different than Las Vegas's, but both I thought were great coaching, had each team's best players were their best players. Injury had become a factor. And what we started to learn about the injuries through Paul Maurice's incredible interview with Jackie Redmond actually at the end. I had to shed a tear, but it's fucking.
Were you crying? Yeah.
I was like, God, I always shed a tear when the Stanley Cup's given out because I don't fucking have one.
Yeah.
And I admire the hard work of all these fucking guys and the coaching staff and the trainers and the people around it's it's fucking hard to win.
Yeah,
it's the hardest trophy to win.
And we said before the series started, it sucks that one of these teams is going to have to lose because we were both emotionally invested in both of them. We have friends on both teams. Both organizations have been great to us at Missin Curfew. Somebody has to lose.
I know.
That was a great interview by Paul Maurice. And you could see, we pumped Jackie Redmond's tires last week, but you could see how comfortable Paul is around Jackie. Right?
Yep.
He just opened up to her right away. And I was crying, but for different reasons. I was crying that I wasn't on that Vegas Golden Knights team.
Well, see, exactly.
Could you imagine fucking winning that Stanley Cup?
I know. This is what I
like
want to talk
Marcia
about.
Sol did say, he's like, I'm probably not going to sleep for a couple days.
Yeah.
Couple days?
Yeah.
Fucking week, bud. A
No
week.
kidding.
Like, are you
And
kidding
then
me?
and then fill the thrill with, I'm just not going to try to puke.
Yeah, you're going to puke 100%.
100%.
It's okay. You're going to puke. And that crusty beard.
Yeah. So
When he was skating around no bucket, I'm like, somebody give Phil a hat. And listen, I don't got the thickest head of hair either, Phil. So, but I'm like, he's out there with this ball. I'm like, someone throw him a Stanley
your
Cup
hair
chip.
would have been looking good.
I
Even
would've had the hat
if you
on.
played 24 minutes, you would have went in and made sure that fucking hair was
I would have
looking
slicked it back, yeah.
Where's a mirror?
What'd you think of the Stanley Cup scarves they had on? Did you notice the
Yeah,
scarves
I noticed
they
the
had on?
scarves. Yeah. I noticed. Yeah, I think Marcia Scholl had one on.
Yeah. They all had them on right when they won. I wonder if that has to do with Bill Foley and his English Premier League team he owns. I don't know.
Yeah, just something like extra to sell.
Isn't that a soccer thing, right?
Should we start selling scarves around here?
You don't watch
Scarves?
No,
soccer.
it is.
Yeah.
It's a soccer.
Scarves
thing.
are soccer.
Do you watch football, soccer?
Yeah.
You watch
No,
Ted
yes.
Lasso?
I don't watch Ted Lasso, but I watch I go to the Galaxy games a shit ton.
You need a little Ted Lasso in your life.
Yeah,
It
cheer
would
you up a
fucking
bit.
cheer you up.
Cheer
a
you
bit.
up.
Give you some Ted Lasso.
Yeah, you can
That's a
get
good.
a little goldfish in your life, eh?
So no, it was buddy. Crying, not being on that team.
Fuck, I was so jealous of him, man. I'm so jealous. I'm like, Vegas.
So we came in to do this podcast to talk about how jealous we are of the Las Vegas Golden Knights. Because
Listen, I'm jealous
when
every
that
year.
mug gets handed out, and you think of the history, and no better guy to talk about it than Wayne on the panel. But you all of a sudden you're looking at yourself because the thing's so fucking shiny. But you're seeing all the names of your favorite players and the guys you looked up to and the warriors that have won this thing in the past, and it basically talks to you. And I haven't had a conversation with it because I've never fucking won it. So very special thing, right?
Yeah.
Watching what stands out was watching, Ike's lift that fucker, seeing Stone, how excited he was, and what a performance by him, like a hat trick in a Stanley Cup pitching game. Hadn't happened in fucking 50 years, I don't think.
Yeah, I've never said this on the podcast. Last year we went to Pearl Jam, remember? With Ike's?
Yeah.
Me, him, and Mac L were drinking in my condo.
Yeah.
Late night. We don't even. Well, you're Stanley Cup champ now. It doesn't matter what time it was. And he said, "Obs, I'm going to win the Hart." And I said, "Fuck the Hart, win the Conn Smythe." And he's like, "What?" I'm like, "Don't worry about the Hart, win the Conn Smythe."
Yeah.
And fuck, he almost won it.
I
But
know
the
he
point
did.
being, I was like, "Dude, you're on a good team. You have a chance to win the Stanley Cup. Like, this is your year." And I was so happy for him, the way he handled himself, the way he played. It was unbelievable. And I thought he was going to win the Conn Smythe. Marcia Scholl's deserving of it.
Yeah.
But I truly thought, and just the way he played, I know Stone had a hat trick in game 5 too, but the way Ike's played in game 5, I'm like, he might get this.
Yeah, arguably, if you say it's the champion of, or the most valuable player of the last round, it could have been a lot of different guys. Now, the playoffs, you got to consider, like that closeout game against Edmonton in Edmonton, like Ike scored a big goal, but Marcia Scholl with a hat trick. I mean, those are big time goals for a guy that just found his niche, man. He was 12 goals.
Yeah.
Team leading in goals, in game winning goals. He's a well-deserved.
No, Marcia Scholl deserves it for sure. And I don't think Ike's gave a fuck. But I would
What do
say,
you what do you think of it?
on Ike's game in general,
Yeah.
and we can get into this more next week if you want to, but like, I obviously watched him in Buffalo, but I didn't watch him as much as I watched him out here. Like, I didn't know how much of a pass first mentality he was, right? I always thought he was just like a pure sniper, and he's a pass first guy.
Totally.
The way he could protect the puck and lean on guys, and he loves coming over the blue line and stopping up and like drop pass. Like he's more of a disher than a shooter, which I didn't know that about him. So, and defensively, he's better than I ever thought he was.
Well, and I'll tell you this: you got to see him in games that were meaningful to him.
Yeah.
It's hard for a guy to play that way for 82 games. And then you might flick on the channel once every fucking, 5 games.
Tough in Buffalo too.
Totally. But even with Vegas, right? You do watch a lot of Vegas Golden Knights games, but to ISO Cam Ikes,
Yeah.
you're going to see a lot of things in his game in the regular season that you're like, Ikes, I wish I could, get a back check here, a better body position here. Like, you're so great offensively. If you could just do a little bit more defensively, like, wow, you could be an incredible player.
Yeah.
Well, we saw that for 2 months. We saw him on a level that he's never played at,
Yeah.
where his teammates were seeing this happen too. And you know what it's like when you see your best player go and fucking be the first guy in on the forecheck and win puck battles, make those good plays, bring the puck down. Holy fuck.
Trickles down to the whole squad.
The whole squad's like uplifting.
Yeah, and I will say, obviously, Vegas is a great organization and it's a great place to live. But Ike did say in his post-game press conference too how much fun and how of a different perspective he had coming to the rink now. So I guess for people out there that, you know, maybe if you're a media guy in Edmonton or Toronto or wherever else the fuck you are, maybe listen to that stuff. You know, maybe make it a little more enjoyable for these guys. Like totally. I don't know, like and if you're playing on other teams, like. They had a close-knit group. It's important. Yeah. It's important. But getting back to why I was so jealous, like, you know, last year, like Denver, you win the cup in Denver, great city. No disrespect to Denver. You win the cup in Tampa. Tampa's a great city. You win the cup in Vegas, man.
They probably brought that thing on the tram right over to.
Think about the next week. Like you would just look at the DJs at every club that they got lined up and be like, all right, you married guys or whatever you want to do during the day, we're going to do it. But at this time, It's going to fucking Hakkasan.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow night at this time, it's going to XS.
Then Omnia.
Yeah.
And every night it's ending up at the Rhino.
Yeah. Could you imagine bringing that baby behind the DJ booth?
It's so sick.
At Kygo? I mean, come on, man. The chicks that are going to be around that thing, come on.
It's insane. What a time of year too. Mid-June,
Who's single on that team? Is there anybody? Tell me there's a couple single guys.
Fuck, I don't know.
There better be.
That Hag's got to be single. He looks like a single beauty.
He's a big butchery. What about big butcher? No, I don't know what I'm trying to say.
He's a big bastard.
He is. That's what I was trying to say. That's what I was trying to say.
What about Kolazar? Is he single? He should be single.
He should. They all should be single.
Two-way game.
They all should be single.
What about Howden? Kid's got to be single,
good-looking kid.
Right?
Yeah,
good-looking kid. Won a cup already. He's what, 20? 20 years old? 21? Is he allowed in the clubs?
He's a good player, by the way. I never even heard about that guy before this year. What do you say to the wife? Like, if you are married, like you say, see you.
I don't think you need to say anything.
You don't say anything. They understand.
They understand. Don't ask.
Do they understand? Though?
I think so.
Do they?
I hope so. I don't know. Again, I don't know these answers because I've never been in the spot.
That was another thing that popped in my head. Like,
I do love seeing the wives on. I love the fact that they experience it though on the ice too.
You do.
I love that. Just because it's what a year for them too. They're fucking dealing with the guys not calling them on the road, and like, where's my husband?
Well, I don't think they're all doing that up.
But I know. I'm just saying. Yeah. But what I'm saying is, it's a battle. It's a grind for the wives and the kids, and they do. Well,
you're
a
family man now.
They do a lot. I understand.
You understand it now.
Not to that level.
See, now when I think back as a single guy playing, and this is no disrespect to any of the wives out there, they're a big support system. I would say they don't have fuck all to do with it, but that was just me as a single guy that never went in the wives' room. I get it, right? And I've seen you turn into a family man. Their support system's great. I thought all the wives were beautiful, and I thought they had cool, Vegas Golden Knight jackets. That's what I thought. I thought cool jackets. That's what I thought.
So did fucking Seattle when I was there. Those wives had badass coats. And then last year, remember the Avs? The Avs. That was never around when I was there. The wives never bucked up and bought some nice jackets.
They didn't. No. I think we just did I don't know. I never had a girlfriend.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
But back to watching who stood out when they lifted the cup. Were you like, fucking A?
Well, obviously,
and do you think they did the right sort of let's talk about this. I would have grabbed that cup and skated fucking 2 laps. Yeah. I said, guys, this next 2 minutes is mine here. I'm going to town.
Totally. It's 37 pounds they said on TNT when they were doing it. So that's pretty heavy, right? That's
not too bad.
35 pounder. I thought, I thought they're short little routes. Like they would and then pass. I'm like, fuck it. I would be.
Yeah.
But are you worried about, I also saw these flamingos laying on the ice and what if you tripped?
Fuck it.
Yeah, I can see you fucking tripping. Could you not see the Updogg tripping and fucking tossing the thing?
I would go down in pride. It would be like fucking rights. I won this thing. I can fall with it if I want. I can do whatever I want.
Updogg would be out on the strip with that thing fucking before the arena was even empty.
You would have been right in the Bellagio fucking pond last night, buck naked.
Totally. It'd be the second time I've been in that pond.
Somebody better end up in that Bellagio fountain with that cup. Somebody better.
Ovechkin would have if he
but somebody from Vegas better end up in there. Just swimming
fishing.
around.
Imagine trying to fish that out of that pond. That'd be great.
It floats, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't float, man.
Sinks?
Remember? Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
no, it's Lemieux. Thing sinks.
Yeah,
man.
I guess it does.
Fucking
it's just
heavy.
a big old 37 pound fucking. Yeah. Imagine that. Imagine they had to shut down Las Vegas Boulevard because I got to scoop the cup out of the Bellagio
It
fountain.
would be a good story.
Yeah.
Johnny Stevens, 3 cups. My old coach, Loops, and I talked about it the other day. I was proud of him. He gave a fuck yeah on TV when he lifted that thing. That guy,
Yeah.
he's been a real pro. I'm pumped for him. Sean Burke couldn't lift it over his head.
Bad
Love
wing?
Berkey.
Got a bad
Gotta
wing?
have a bad. It was his blocker hand. He must have just a lot of fucking top shelves in the year going high blocker. So Berkey, and then Misha Donskoy, he was our coach, one of our coaches at the Spengler. Congrats.
Another thing I noticed is how many fucking goalies were out there for Vegas.
Oh, they have a lot.
I know, but
who
there were
fucked
6
his
of
hip
them.
up?
There were 6 of them out there. There was Logan Thompson,
Yeah.
Brossois,
fucked his hip up.
Quick,
Yeah.
Hill, of course, and that other guy's name I don't know how to say. It starts with a P. Patera
What's
something.
our boy thinking back home right now?
Who? Robin Leonard?
Yeah.
I don't know what he's thinking.
Fuck, that's got to be tough on him.
I don't know what he's thinking. I mean, I did take Vegas at the start. I'm going to pump my own
I
tires. This is
know
my
you
fucking
did, bud.
podcast.
What is it,
Might as well.
plus-
Plus 1,800.
Good for you.
1,000 to win 18. Thank you, boys. Thank you.
What are you down now?
As every degenerate gambler, I was down more
That's
than...
okay.
Yeah.
18 to 1's a solid, and I'm sure you didn't put $10 on it.
No, I put 1,000 on her.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. And listen, I fought my way out of the first round hole that Upshaw's cracking and fucking... the Cats paid me back. The Cats, after the first round, I rode the Cats the rest of the way till this playoffs. But I took them in game 3. But I put myself in a pretty big hole after round 1, and I fought my way out of it. I mean, that game 5 was the biggest lock I've ever seen. I mean, we should have put...
Missin
I mean,
Curfew,
when I found out Matty,
when I
found Matty wasn't playing, I'm like, they were done. Now, Lundell had a chance right at the start that if he scores, maybe it's different. And then they had another chance that Hill made some big saves. But I've almost felt bad for the Cats just going out like that. Like, they left it all out there. You know what I mean? And to get spanked 9-3, I guess it doesn't matter. You lost the mug either way. But that was a lock, buddy. That was a lock.
Was that worse than an overtime loss?
No, because they knew they were done.
Yeah.
They
I think an overtime
just-
loss would have been worse.
No, but they know they were done. It was, it's turned the clocks out back. It's turned the lights out in that sort of match. They know going in.
From an OT perspective, it would be more heartbreaking. Like that, instantly we lost the Stanley Cup. But to sit there for 40 minutes and realize that, or you're done. That'd be a long 40 sitting there. You can't go out there and be a dummy, right?
Yeah,
you can't slash somebody.
Totally.
So you got to sit there and be
I mean, you can.
but you got to be
But
a
you're
gentleman and just take it right up the tailpipe for 40 minutes while these guys are just. And Vegas didn't really let up.
No.
They kept
Nor
pouring it
should
to
they.
them.
Well, Stone was just ripping those empty netters at that for the Hattie.
That was great when Loops text. He's like, when Paul Maurice pulled the goal, it was 7 minutes left. He's like, oh, Paul's looking for a quick one. He's trying to make her 7-4. I would have done the same thing, though. I would have been like, fuck it, let's try to get one here, see what happens, make it 7-4, I don't know. It's just, it's so hard to win. I feel so bad for those guys from Florida, like the way their body must feel now. And they look at the calendar, it's like June 15th, camps in
I know.
3 months.
But every year, man, there's one winner, one loser.
I know,
But
sucks.
I think Florida goes into this and they'll always be remembered for what they did. Like this isn't just a team that was expected to get there and lose.
Yeah.
And then you always look at them, they're the team that, they should have won, but Vegas got hot. Like Florida fucking shouldn't have won any of these fucking rounds.
No,
and
they
did.
were a breakaway away from being out in the first round. Yeah.
Yeah, and their guys were hurt. We heard that their guys were hurt in the Boston round, and that's just Cinderella type shit. Now
that's crazy that they got hurt in the first round, Because no one got hurt against Toronto.
And then they had 1 day off to go to Toronto.
No one got hit in that series.
It's not like they had 4 days to rest up after they went boom right into Toronto and played game 1 and beat them.
I still think the 9 days. I don't know if it wouldn't have been probably a different series. I think it would have been a longer series, but I still think the outcome probably would have been the same. But I think the 9 days off. I think it hurt Bobrovsky too. Like when you're feeling that mojo.
Did we hear yet what the hit was on? Was it Kolasar's hit that fucked his sternum up?
I haven't asked him yet. I'll ask him though. I'll ask him see if see if he'll give the boys some. I mean, it was a good Stanley Cup final. Shout out to our boy Pickup. I mean, to see Todd Pickup with the trophy with the big Stanley Cup was unbelievable. Vegas 6 years in the league, man. It's crazy. Yeah. That barn was rocking. Outside was rocking. It was.
We made 3 out of the 4 games, and we missed 2, but we could have. I mean, would have been nice to be there.
Yeah,
it was a good. You could see the fucking excitement those boys bringing that thing to Omnia for Steve Aoki.
Yeah.
Remember when Steve Aoki threw that fucking cake on, were you there in Miami?
No, I wasn't.
He hit this girl right beside me with the cake and she flew back 15 feet. And when she got up, she was like so happy that she got hit in the face. And all I did, I looked at her, I go, you got to get the fuck out of here right now because you're full of cake and it's all over the place. Like, I can't have you at our table anymore. She's like, what? I'm like, I'm serious. I'm just, I
got to be honest. I'm surprised you didn't start licking it off her, baby.
I'm like, you can't be
Hey,
here.
go
Like,
over here, babe. Let me get that
it's
for you.
literally
I'll
everywhere.
there.
You need to go and like clean yourself up.
So that her night's over, you think? Or does she go
that's
home, have a quick rinse, and try to come back?
His MO at his shows, right? He just launches a full fucking 3 foot by 2 feet cake at a girl's face.
He'll throw it like 30 yards
30
into the
feet
crowd,
at him.
and it's a direct bullseye to
Right
the person
in the-
he wants.
right in the-
He's insane.
That's what he does. And he hit the girl right beside me at the time. MC was there, Pens, fucking Teddy, Flowers, and she got hit and flew back into the table. I'm surprised he hasn't knocked anyone out.
One thing I did think of, I thought about you is Stone. I saw a video actually with Connolly and Stone with the cup, and Stone had his dress shoes on, his dress pants on, and a Stanley Cup t-shirt on. Do you probably bring a
I wouldn't have had no
Do you
shirt.
bring a change of clothes though for like, are you wearing your suit out or are you
I would
bringing
have
a nice,
no shirt on.
no tarp?
I would be in shape, like feeling good.
You
No
would have been
tarp.
skinny by the end of the
I know,
play.
I would've
You would have
fucking-
been no
tarp.
tan.
Oh yeah, fuck it.
Right?
I'd have been half stark naked in the nightclub.
You don't think you would have brought a change of clothes for the night, like right out after the game?
No.
I bet you Uppy hits the tanning bed before the
probably
Stanley Cup Finals
I'd
starts.
probably still be in my
just
gear
in
at the
case.
club. I might have went in my fucking undergear.
Jack Eichel had his gear on the last. I saw that.
Like I might show up to the club with my pants and my shin pads still on and just fucking
Sean
say fuck
Pondee
it.
style.
Yeah, just say fuck it. Shower tomorrow.
Really? I don't know. I'm thinking like I would have showered up quick, put on a nice pair of jeans with a leather jacket maybe, so that way when I'm at the club, if something comes on, I'm like,
Oh yeah, it's coming no matter what.
Yeah, it's true. Even if you got your stinky gear
Oh
on.
yeah, for sure. 100%. Picture, imagine those pics.
Oh yeah. I
In
can't
your
imagine,
gear
man.
at the club
I
with
was
the
so
cup.
jealous. I'm so happy for Ike's. I'm happy for the Vegas organization, fan base. They've been great to us, but I was jealous, extremely jealous, and
Yeah.
still am to this day. Those boys, I don't know what they're doing. Somebody took a picture of it, a nice little backyard in Vegas with their pool hot tub, and the Stanley Cup was on their outdoor dining table. It said "Good morning from Vegas" or something. I was like,
Nice to see the Misfits finally get one, right?
yeah, no, it was a great story, and I mean, craziness, man. 6 years,
Yeah.
Bill Foley. Like I say, what you want about him. He had a mission and he accomplished it.
Fuck,
So,
did they ever?
yeah,
George McPhee.
yeah, it's a big win. So I can't wait for the parade. Parade Saturday,
Saturday night.
7:30 on the strip.
I'll be
That'll
at Bonnaroo. I'll
uh,
be dancing around in my morning jacket by then.
Yeah, have a time at Bonnaroo, buddy. Great Stanley Cup playoff run. It was fun breaking it down with you. And
Yeah.
we got a couple more shows here before the curfew calls. I can't wait till we release the curfew calls and see the reaction. It's either people are gonna love it or they're gonna hate it. But I'm looking forward
I
to
think
it.
they're going to love it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
And thanks to our friends from G4
Yeah.
for the sponsorship of today's podcast.
Looking sharp, fella.